What's up, everybody? It's Matt. This is the new edition of the Matt Penna Podcast. And this podcast is going to take on a slightly different format. What I'm going to do is upfront, I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about, and I'm going to keep it to five, no more than 10 minutes long. I think one thing I've seen with a lot of podcasts that I like is that they're succinct, they stay on topic. They will go off once in a while on the other topics, but for the most part, they don't go on too many tangents. And that's what I'd like to be able to do with this podcast. Now, you may or may not know that recently I received my certification from Precision Nutrition. So I am a level one certified nutrition coach, and I'm super stoked. Probably shouldn't be wearing my freaking turkey leg shirt today, but that's all right. Hey. Um, so today I'm going to be talking about minimalism and how that relates to, well, it's the beginning of the new year, and so how that relates to New Year's resolutions. So, how does that relate to New Year's resolutions? That's the big question. So, this is how I see it. One of the things that I've really liked in my precision nutrition training is the focus on behavioral changes rather than outcome changes. Let me explain what that means. Some people like to get coaching in order to lose 10 pounds, lose 20 pounds, lose 50 pounds. Maybe they want to be able to bench. Maybe currently they can only bench a bar, so 45 pounds, but they want to be able to bench like two plates. So they want to be able to bench 135 pounds. Great. Okay. What behavior needs to change? In both cases, the behavior that needs to change is they have to stop doing one thing in order to do another thing. And what is that? I don't know. It's different for every single person. But in this case, let's just take the weightlifting one. If I can only bench the bar right now, that means that I'm going to have to work certain muscles in my body in order to get stronger. Makes sense, right? And how do I get stronger? Well, there's a concept called progressive overload in lifting. So that means that I need to progressively load more weight onto the bar so that I will get stronger from lifting. Okay, that makes sense. Great. What is the behavior then that has to change? Well, if you're only going to the gym one day a week, the behavior that needs to change is that you'll have to go to the gym probably 3 days a week at the minimum. Okay, great. That's a behavioral change. Now, how long do you stay at the gym? Okay, well, that's another thing. Maybe you just want to only work on that one thing. Your goal is I just want to learn how to lift 135 pounds on a bench. I want my bench press to be 135 pounds. Okay, so then you either are going to have to just continuously work at creating a behavior of working all the muscles that are related to the bench press. So you'll have to learn what those are, and then ideally, you will go and then work all of those muscles sequentially, recording them in a book, recording the volume and the intensity. In this case, volume is the number of repetitions and sets that you're doing, and the intensity is the amount of weight that you're using. And hopefully, one of those things will increase every time. Either you'll keep the same intensity and your volume will go up, or your volume will stay the same and your intensity will go up. There is a third one too, but if you're just starting out, this probably doesn't pertain as much, but it's good to mention because you still need to do rest and recovery. So one other thing that will help increase that is the shortening of recovery time. When you first start lifting, it's a good idea to take a day or two off. You know, if you're going to be lifting minimum of 3 days a week, well, then that means like you'll be taking If you're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're taking off Tuesday, you're taking off Thursday, and you're probably taking off the weekend, right? So if you want to increase that, then you'll just have to make sure you're getting enough rest and recovery in between those lifts. Otherwise, you're going to be just taxing your central nervous system, and you're not going to see as many gains as you'd like. All right, so we got that out of the way. What is the behavior then? The behavior is go to the gym at least 3 days a week. The behavior is, well, we have to learn what those muscle groups are that we want to train, and then we just have to plan them out, and then we have to either increase the volume or the intensity every time we go, and we record everything down in a book. I highly recommend just bringing a notebook and a pen. It's a lot easier, I think, personally, than going into my app. I've used plenty of apps, and I've even used a spreadsheet on my phone, and I found that I don't want to dick around with my app, with my phone, with any of that stuff while I'm working out. It's just easier if I write out my plan in a notebook. I can just make a check mark, make an adjustment real quick, and that's it. I don't have to think a little any further than that. So that's what I recommend. When it comes to weight loss, we can talk about that again in another one because I'm coming up on 6.5 minutes now. But the thing is, I just want you guys to start thinking about behaviors. Yeah, it's cool that you want to be able to lift a certain amount of weight. You want to lose a certain amount of weight, and that's great. What are the daily behaviors that you need to start doing that will get you that goal? That's what's really important. That's what's critical. Matt Frazier, the CrossFit guy, he's got the hashtag and he's made T-shirts and stuff. It's hard work pays off, and I totally agree with that. I was just telling someone today, like I understand that like you want to work smarter, not harder, but there's something about that statement that just really it makes me a little upset because I do believe that you still want to work hard. And I don't think that's necessarily what that statement, the intention of that statement was. I think that if you're going to be working hard, but you're not working smart, then you're just spinning your wheels. That's what that means. Yes. But hey, if you're working smart at the right thing, why wouldn't you give it 100%? Work hard at it. Working hard is a very, very, very rare commodity these days. We just want things immediately. Thank you, Amazon Prime. Boom, I've got it like at my house. I order something in the morning, it's there that night. That's amazing. The Amazon Fresh, even like a lot of these, like what is it? DoorDash and Uber Eats, even Uber. It's like it's even hailing a taxi back in the day. If you didn't live in a major city, was a pain. You had to call them, you had to make a reservation, and that was, now it's just you pick up your phone and you just, you tell them where you're going and you got an Uber right there. So instant, immediate gratification is great and it's a convenience that we have, but I don't think that we need to necessarily like lose sight of the fact that it's important to work hard and working smarter, working hard, working smarter, working harder. Hard work does pay off, but smart hard work is the better way to think about it. So think about what kind of habits you want to start in 2020. That's really what's going to be key to any kind of success, whatever you're doing. Doesn't matter what it is. Consistency, putting in the reps, smart hard work. That's it. That's all it takes. I know it's boring. It's super boring, but guess what? That's what's going to win. That's what's going to win every single time. All right, guys, this is Matt. I will talk to you later.